Sinister stories.
In the heart of a dimly lit city, Carlos found himself entangled in the enigmatic world of retail at a popular furniture store. Excitement mingled with nervous anticipation as he stepped into his new job. The atmosphere was thick with the tension of cutthroat sales, and the unfriendly glares from his colleagues set an ominous tone. Amidst the sea of stern faces, one salesman stood out like a beacon of kindness, Vinny. Welcoming Carlos with a warmth that seemed out of place, Vinny took him under his wing, guiding him through the intricacies of the job. Carlos's days were marked by uneventfulness, overshadowed by his inability to secure a single sale while his colleagues thrived. Perplexed and frustrated, Carlos tried to decipher the secret behind their success. He invested in finer suits, refined his sales pitch, and immersed himself in understanding the store's inventory. Yet, despite his efforts, sales eluded him. Even a customer he had spent an hour with eventually walked away to another salesperson, sealing the deal almost instantly. In a desperate quest for answers, Carlos turned to his only confidant, Vinny. The kind salesman, with a mysterious twinkle in his eye, offered a cryptic solution. He urged Carlos to return to the store at the stroke of midnight, promising to unveil the key to sales success. As the clock struck midnight, Carlos cautiously stepped back into the store. The familiar furniture displays, now shrouded in darkness, took on an otherworldly presence. Vinny awaited him, candlelight casting eerie shadows across his face. It was then that the unsettling truth unraveled. This wasn't just a furniture store, but an occult gathering. Vinny, the affable mentor, revealed the supernatural underbelly of the sales team. The success of the salesman was not a result of mere skill or strategy, but entwined with rituals and occult practices. Carlos, caught in the crossfire of the mundane and the mystical, grappled with the revelation that his colleagues were practitioners of dark arts. In the following days, Carlos found himself drawn into the occult's web. Rituals unfolded at midnight, shadows danced with spectral energy, and Carlos's sales prowess skyrocketed. However, with each successful transaction, an unsettling force clawed at his consciousness. Whispers haunted his thoughts, and ominous visions plagued his dreams. Driven by an unsettling curiosity, Carlos confronted Vinny, demanding to understand the true cost of their unholy success. The revelation was chilling, a soul in exchange for prosperity. The once kind Vinny now wore a sinister grin, revealing the depth of his commitment to the occult's malevolent power. With the occult's influence waning, Carlos faced a crucial choice. The newfound success, which had come at the cost of his own well-being, lay like a heavy burden on his shoulders. The success has helped him help his family. But the whispers and shadows persisted, a constant reminder of the eerie pact he had unwittingly entered. Embracing the newfound power, Carlos succumbed to the allure of success. His sales continued to rise, transforming the once struggling family into a thriving hub of prosperity. However, the victory came at a price that extended beyond the mystical realm. As Carlos reveled in his newfound success, his family began to notice a change. The once amiable and well-mannered young man had transformed into an obnoxious, ambitious businessman. The echoes of the occult's influence manifested in his personality, creating a stark contrast to the Carlos they once knew. His family, unsettled by the drastic transformation, attempted to intervene. They questioned the cost of success and the toll it had taken on Carlos's character. Yet, he remained steadfast, dismissing their concerns with an air of arrogance that mirrored his newfound prosperity. The once warm and welcoming home became a battleground of conflicting forces. Carlos, now a vessel for the occult's power, found himself torn between the success that had come at a grave cost and the bonds of family that sought to anchor him to his former self. Haunted by the oppressive influence of the occult, Carlos reached a breaking point. Determined to confront the sinister force that had ensnared him, he ventured into the furniture store at the stroke of midnight. The once familiar surroundings now echoed with an eerie silence. Demanding his release, Carlos faced the cult with unwavering resolve. Yet his pleas fell on deaf ears, and the cult members, shrouded in shadows, surrounded him with an unsettling unity. The air thickened with supernatural energy as they reminded him that there was no escape from the pact he had unwittingly forged. Days passed without a word from Carlos, causing deep concern within his family. Fueled by worry and desperation, they reported his disappearance to the police. The law enforcement officers, armed with proof that Carlos had officially quit his job, conducted a thorough search of the furniture store. To the family's bewilderment, the store appeared innocent of any wrongdoing. No evidence of foul play or occult activity surfaced during the investigation. The police, puzzled by the lack of leads, were forced to conclude that Carlos had disappeared of his own volition, leaving no trace behind. Carlos's sister, unwilling to accept the mysterious disappearance, sensed that the furniture store held the key to unraveling the enigma. Convinced that the staff was hiding something, she devised a bold plan. Driven by a sisterly determination, she applied for a job at the very store where Carlos had vanished, determined to uncover the truth. As she immersed herself in the cutthroat world of furniture sales, Carlos's sister navigated the strained atmosphere with cautious diligence. The store, once a symbol of prosperity, now harbored an air of secrecy that fueled her suspicion. Days turned into weeks, and the sister carefully observed her colleagues, searching for any sign of the occult's presence. The eerie stares, the subtle exchanges among staff members, all pointed to a hidden truth that eluded the prying eyes of the police. With frustration settling in from her manager and the fact that she has not made any sales, Vinny invited her to a late-night meeting at the store. That night, unable to contain her curiosity any longer, Carlos's sister ventured into the store after hours. The familiar furniture displays, now draped in shadows, took on an otherworldly presence. As the clock struck midnight, she stumbled upon a hidden room adorned with arcane symbols, the epicenter of the occult's influence. Surrounded by cult members, she confronted them, demanding answers about her brother's disappearance. The cult, seemingly unfazed, revealed the chilling reality that Carlos had become entwined with their malevolent pact. The sister, torn between fear and determination, understood the gravity of the situation. As Carlos's sister navigated the treacherous terrain of the occult's lair, she found herself entangled in a web of manipulation. The cult members, their eyes reflecting a strange amalgamation of apathy and zealous conviction, worked in unison to draw her into their dark fold. As the days passed, the cult's influence crept insidiously into her mind. What had begun as a mission to save her brother morphed into a descent into the same malevolent abyss. The allure of riches and success whispered promises that enticed her, clouding her once clear sense of purpose. The rituals that once filled her with horror now held a macabre fascination. The hypnotic cadence of incantations, the flickering candlelight casting shadows on the wall, began to exert an irresistible pull. The very darkness she sought to defeat started to wrap around her consciousness, blurring the lines between savior and captive. In a surreal twist of fate, Carlos's sister found herself at the center of a ritual she had once vowed to dismantle. As the cult members chanted in unison, an oppressive energy enveloped her, embedding the occult's influence deeper into her psyche. The once strong-willed sister wavered, teetering on the brink of becoming a willing participant in the sinister ceremonies. Days turned into nights, and the store's eerie ambiance mirrored the internal struggle within Carlos's sister. The allure of success seduced her with promises of unimaginable wealth, and the once clear purpose of unraveling the cult's secrets became obscured by the shadows that danced around her. Her family noticed the same changes in her that they had noticed in Carlos. Unable to reason with her, the allure of success was too great. Meanwhile, Carlos, still trapped in the occult's clutches, sensed the shift in the dynamics. Carlos, noticing his sister among the willing participants of the cult, tried to communicate with her. She stared at him in the eyes with pure emptiness. The once defiant voice of his sister now harmonized with the cult's eerie chants. The realization struck him with a mixture of despair and disbelief. The one person he had hoped would save him had succumbed to the very darkness they sought to conquer. As the cult continued its malevolent rituals, Carlos's sister, now indoctrinated into their ranks, became an instrument of the occult's insidious plans. The transformation was complete, and the familial bonds that once held sway over her were replaced by the chilling devotion to the cult's twisted ideology.